You recently. And I'll tell you why. When they announced Mayweather McGregor, you're the first guy that came to my mind. And the reason why is because you're one of the few guys who's ever won a world title in striking art and also a world title in MMA. I think you are uniquely qualified to talk about this. Now, it's not boxing, it's kickboxing. I'm wondering what you make of that fight generally as someone who did successfully cross over.
Successfully cross over. Yeah, I went into K1. It was by accident. Eventually, I got the hang of it, and I failed the first time winning the tournament, but the second time I successfully won the tournament, the Grand Prix. And what can I say about it? Yeah, going into a different art, everything is completely different. The details that surround your technique, your art are different. So, but then again, Conor is using his hands. It's just going to be a lot more detailed. And I could see him being able to make the crossover successfully. He has the age, he has the reach, he has the height advantage. Nobody really knows what he's going to do. So that's an unpredictability advantage he has. I think it's going to be a great hype, great lead up to the fight, but you never know. It can go either way.
But I'm wondering, it feels like kickboxing and MMA are a little bit more closely related than boxing and MMA. It feels like one is cousins, the other one are like distant cousins. Is that a fair assessment or not?
Well, okay, so the thing here is MMA is very complex. If you're not clever, you can't do it because there's just too many factors involved. You have to put these arts together. I mean, one art is one thing, but then all these arts together is complex. I believe that Conor McGregor is very intelligent, has an extremely high fight IQ. He's able to study and dissect, and that will really come in handy going into this fight because we as MMA fighters are able to dissect other sports because we have to do it for our own sport. And I think that Floyd Mayweather obviously is an expert at dissecting, but so is Conor. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Yeah, the dynamic. Of course, there's the whole mental warfare thing that is separate, but the technical side is going to be very interesting to see as well.
It certainly would be look, Mayweather's the favorite for a reason. How surprised would you be if Conor managed to pull something off?
I would not be too surprised, but it would be amazing, wouldn't it? It would be.
It really would. All right, let's talk about.
And that is the beauty of this thing because it's Conor McGregor he sticks to his word. He already created several upsets. So you have one guy who's open with a great defensive boxing game, and the other guy able to create the upset. There is an X factor. There's a surprise. It's going to be great.
You did transition successfully between the two sports, but I'm wondering, how hard was it to get going in one sport and have these bad habits from another one you had to let go of? I mean, obviously, the success speaks for itself, but it couldn't have been automatic, right?
Well, Conor McGregor might have a little bit of a hard time transitioning back into MMA if he stays out too long. If it's just for one fight, who knows? Because one fight is basically 6 months, right? 6 months, 8 months, maybe 9 months here. And he might put the grappling and the jiu-jitsu a little bit on the back burner, the kicks, but he should not stay out too long because I was out, I think, 2.5 years. Is that correct? 2 years. I was out 2 years. And I had some MMA fights in between, but the focus is different. The details are different. So that could break him up. But if he keeps it to 6 to 9 months out, then he should be fine.
You're facing Fabricio Werdum for the third time in